It's going to work yet. Browser crashed right as I was getting started. And had some men typed I need to not put them where I usually put them. That's the thing. Okay, so let me just settle in here. Give an opportunity for people to tune in too. Not going to wait too long. You can read along with me, multitask while you're waiting, or you can. It's actually a great suggestion when I come to think of it. Or you can skip ahead a bit. I'll say something that doesn't really matter whether someone hears or not, but I'll just say it because why not? Just because it's on my mind and I'm very verbal. I have audio, visual, and I have aphantasia, I'm pretty sure, which is perfect for being a live streamer, podcaster. Anyway, on the weekend, our routine is usually bumped up a little bit, but the dogs are doing things, and she was a little bit surprised that I was putting something in the oven, and it's like, this isn't that much different than usual timing, but I'm laid back. I'm doing other various things, so it's all good. One thing I do want to check, I want to make sure that no videos are going to start playing since I had to restart. I'm going to start playing and interrupt this. Also, want to make sure that any cues or playlists that I created, just for a browsing session, may okay, that one, okay. Um, um, and because I could have started. That being said, well, even when it doesn't really do that, sometimes that kind of seems to happen. Um, but I think it's a matter of I'm not really sure. Yeah, I was watching something once and it was kind of funny. I said, "Did you just put music on?" And then I heard talking as well. It was somebody's stream that I'd opened and wandered. You know, wasn't sure when if I wanted to watch it. And he's like, "No, that must be you. Must be on your side of things." And then I had to locate it, and I shared a little bit about what I was hearing, just to make it interesting and interactive. But anyway, okay. So I am a little bit under the weather as well, just so you know. But yeah, I don't exactly have to hugely rush this one. I'm also trying one new feature as well. But yeah, I mean, I want to get on with the evening shortly, but it's not quite 5 yet, so we should be all right. I really do want to watch that, but I have to wait till later. It doesn't go away. Oh, that's the good. I thought this been done. Okay, so this might be the. Okay, okay, cool. Carrie, okay. Oh, really? Oh, didn't she? Why? Where's the video? I don't see it now. The tab said it was your title. I remember seeing. It was quite an old one, I think, although I'm not sure how long she's been posting for. But one of the things I had open. Oh, wait, that. I think it's just being glitchy and wonky because the preview of that, it said the same. And I'm very, very familiar with what that was. And I know that it isn't. But okay, okay, okay. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not too interested in that at the moment. Okay, sorry for the distractions. Still nobody's here. I'd really rather there be someone here. But I also don't want to forget some of my thoughts. I don't think I'm likely to, but just in case I do. Um, First of all, I will also add here we all have the ability to support the journeys with empathy, curiosity, love, and kindness. Okay, so perfect. So basically, a little bit of this I've thought of prior. A lot of it I haven't, and I'm not sure how long I will for. But basically, and we could do other stuff too, but within this. But it looks like the person that was just there may have already left. judged a little bit too soon, ADHD, or phone died, or whatever. Anywho, or device. Um, Although I think people are more likely to have their laptop plugged in while they're using it than their phone because it's a little less awkward. Anyway, basically, well, I put the one part in the comments. The other part, I guess I would say, is that basically what kind of inspired this today is I saw an advertisement and it said something about finding the right fit, which is sometimes, sometimes a process, but I think it's also good to maybe not be too picky. Um, you know, most people have all the abilities needed, as mentioned in that second comment there, um, to be helpful. Whether they are life coaching or counseling, not a ton of difference, or just helping. And if the thing I'd heard, it said something about um, um, it said something about if you uh, tell someone who isn't a good match for you or whatever uh, something and you get the wrong advice, well, first of all, or I think this is the wording it used. I wish I could remember it exactly, but and you get the wrong advice. Well, do any of us know exactly what the right advice is to a lot of things in life? Do any of us? Um, we're all kind of guessing, and then we don't know until we know. Um, Nothing wrong with getting suggestions and then deciding what you want to do with them, which one feels right and most sincere and helpful for you, and that will help you with what you're dealing with in your situations or whatever. Um, and you can take it as is, you can tweak it a little bit, or you can not take it. I mean, you know, it's funny because I've had conversations with people where I'm not pointing any fingers or whatever, and the last time it happened, someone said I was pretty sure, but they said, "Are you wanting some feedback or suggestions?" It says I am asking, but it's all good. It's all good. Um, anyway, but and as far as just like any communication, there can be sometimes misunderstandings. Um, and communication is one of those things that sometimes it has tricky nuances or whatever. Uh, unless it's like you can process it at your own pace and it's in writing or whatever. A lot of the times, um, a lot of the times, it's very rapid and instant. You know, in the different formats that it can be in, and that's not necessarily bad, but it does mean that sometimes misunderstandings or confusions will happen. And it does also mean that sometimes we might make ourselves embarrass ourselves or make ourselves what's the word um, like like for instance, I was going to say that like sometimes on one or both sides of the conversation you will have to ask clarification, and I don't think we should hesitate to do so. That being said, this is where it's good when you have when you're able to pace yourself in such a way where but again, not always possible, and in person or on phone or even this way, and sometimes to kind of in the moment. But and as much as they want to say there's no stupid questions, there are some questions that probably have pretty obvious answers. There are some questions that are have pretty universal answers or whatever, or that maybe don't need to be asked if you think that you know. But that being said, you might be uncertain, and it's okay to ask as well. So yeah, being a life coach, uh, when uh, when there's clients is quite lovely, um, and you know, hard to hear about the things that people are going through sometimes, but happy to be along with them and help them, as able. Um, you know, like anybody, I'm still human, no matter what uh, skills I'm using, um, talents and abilities, whatever. Um, I still struggle as well sometimes, or still have certain, needs as a person. But yeah, basically, yes, it's nice to see people growing and getting past their challenges, and to know that I've played a part in kind of, because even if we are deep thinkers or whatever, sometimes that can be make things even a kind of a mess in some ways. I mean, it doesn't mean that most of our thoughts are, some might put it, distorted or not right or helpful to have. Not all of them would be, but it can just make things a little bit more complex to navigate. So yeah, basically, sometimes, with certain life stuff that may be going on, and certain feelings and certain things you're kind of maybe learning about yourself even, it's helpful to have somebody there to bounce things off of, and you know uh, as much as I would say there's no shame in it being family or friends, I also understand why sometimes it might not feel as comfortable, or it might feel more awkward for it to be. I'm here to help freely. Donations are welcome, but I'm here to help freely. Um, Aside from doing the other healing work that I do, that I often post about, which also hopefully, helps in some way. Briefly, two people there, and they both went at the same time. That was really strange. Um, but again, one of them maybe didn't. Maybe they didn't though. Sometimes it's wonky, or as I said, devices die. People get distracted by things or people around them and all that. And yeah. So, anywho, I don't know if there's anything else to say right now. I'm still, like I say, a little bit under the weather. If there had been a bit more of a discussion, but again, we're only about going on 14 minutes in. But if there'd been a bit more of a discussion, maybe I would have said a bit more. But you're welcome to put comments and questions in the comments, and that for sure. Well, I don't know. It seems like that's kind of work to do, but to do that, and yeah. What are the next plans for podcasts? I mean, a lot of them are unplanned. This kind of, when I'm feeling inclined and able, and usually the two come together. It can happen at the same time. Um, I might have to decide if I really truly ever want to be published. There's one thing that I came across. I sort of want to read in a podcast. I'm not sure, but there's also some stuff that I've written. Uh, Gonna be more music and songs and poetry. Um, Random conversation. Um, some of these things are fairly regular on the channel, but yeah. So stay tuned, stay well, uh, be there for each other. We all have the ability to support each other in our life's journeys with empathy, curiosity, love, and kindness. Um, and bringing our strengths and talents to the table. Some of you will sometimes have noticed that I wear a shirt sometimes that says kindness, but it could be called many things. Lending someone your strength instead of reminding them of your weakness. Um, so I like that kind of motto or mantra as well, or things like it. Anywho, so we all can do that because we all have strengths, we all have talents. Um, Sometimes we maybe feel like we're not getting to do it as much as we like, and we can talk about that too. Anyway, bye for now.